How's it going, everyone? It's Sam. If you're still here, you're winning. Right now, there are a lot of people that are leaving the market, that are selling, that are saying that they're just waiting for any kind of a pump to sell out and get out. And there's a large YouTuber and pretty well-known Twitter call as well that is saying, basically, if you're liquid, if you still have some cash, if you are sane, you're winning. You're doing better than 90% of people out there. I want to go through this. We'll also talk about some of the top news in the market. MicroStrategy possibly buying today. Record amounts of shorts. We have repayments starting. ETH reserves hitting new lows. Money being printed all over the place. If you don't mind, hit subscribe, turn on the bell notification underneath the video so you can see future videos just like this one. If you want to trade, there are links underneath the video to BTCC, to WEEX, Blofin, CoinW, BTCC, Hotcoin as well. I use multiple exchanges because I like to see what all the different exchanges have to offer, and I like to spread out my bets a bit, right? There's always risk when using a leverage exchange. There are a couple different risks, but you can kind of mitigate those risks if you use different platforms. So definitely check out those links underneath the video. There's also a link to the Patreon. We have an exclusive video with Tyler Hill that's dropping in the next few days. We also have some other exciting things that we're working on as well. So if you want to check this out, there are limited spots underneath the video. Solana. It's a dog. It's a dog down at 170. It's bounced a little bit since yesterday when I mentioned that I was buying it. You can see the Sol USD support holding up perfectly. We drew this support. I don't remember if it was yesterday or the day before, but it's holding up well, right around 161. Bitcoin bouncing a bit today as well, up to 96,000. It was all the way up at 96.7 earlier today, which, this down sloping support line is still holding up as well. Right now, just kind of waiting on more economic data, waiting on some liquidity. But at the same time, we have record shorts. I mentioned this yesterday, but 11.3 billion in shorts being built up on ETH. We saw actually Dave Portnoy, I heard, launched a meme coin. It fell down significantly. Then he launched a 2.0 meme coin. I could be off on that, but there are meme coins going on all over the place. Alts are getting crushed versus Bitcoin. Now, there is some light at the end of the tunnel. We do see Michael Saylor announcing a proposed private offering of $2 billion of convertible senior notes. Looked like there's some big players, too, that were in on this. And it seems like there are a lot of large investors that are trying to get their hands on a higher allocation and strategy right now. I think people that sell right now, I think are thinking a little bit short term, right? A lot of the time as investors, it's difficult because this is one of the only things that you can't really embrace the fight or flight mentality, right? So many things in life, like if there's pain, you either fight it out, make it better, or like get out of there, right? You leave. But the markets, you have to sit there and wait and take it and take it and take it. And maybe there's, maybe you have some cash or something like that, or you have a job that continues to spit out money every couple weeks. And that's kind of how you fight the market, is you have capital and you can keep on buying dips. But a lot of people just have to sit there and take this market, right? They bought, it's gone up a lot. Their portfolio hit new all-time highs, and it was a sizable amount of money, life-changing money. No profits taken, and it falls and it falls and it falls, and then it bounces a little bit, and then it falls and it falls and it falls. It's tough for a lot of people. This is one of the difficult things about being an investor. Now, at the same time, though, we continue to see good news come out all the time. So anyone that's selling right now, I think, is someone that is kind of giving into that pain, giving into the feeling like I need to get out just to stop the pain. But when you look at all the pieces of news that come out, everything seems to be positive, right? We continue to see Michael Saylor buy billions of dollars of Bitcoin. Now, last week he didn't buy, but he's said a lot that he's going to continue to buy. We continue to see more and more companies buying. We have nation states getting closer and closer to buying. We have states closer and closer to buying. We have more hedge funds and large investors buying than ever. we continue to see great news coming out for Bitcoin, yet the price isn't moving. So people say, well, I don't care about the news if the price isn't going to move. Well, that's what happens. That's what happens sometimes. You get good news and good news and good news, and the price just continues to consolidate. Then eventually it boils up and we move to the upside. Wouldn't you rather have us get good news and we don't move anywhere as opposed to bad news or no news, right? Even if the price is going to stay sideways, wouldn't you rather have good news, like things that are going to bring up the price eventually? I think so. And if you're thinking about this just purely from a, I want to make as much money as possible standpoint, right? An optimization standpoint, wouldn't you want the price to go sideways for a while if you're going to accumulate more? And most of us should be accumulating more. Most of us don't have enough Bitcoin. I think so. So we continue to see good news. Don't try not to give in to that feeling. We have FTX starting repayments yesterday. So that could be part of the reason that crypto is bouncing a little bit. We have ETH reserves on crypto exchanges hitting 9-year lows, according to CryptoQuant. Same thing with Bitcoin. We continue to see new lows. We see more money printed. Another billion USDT is minted, which means that is flowing into crypto at some point, right? You don't print USDT to just sit on the sidelines, right? It's people bringing in new money. I suppose it could be people trimming positions as well. That's something that people don't really talk about much. They could trim positions and put it into USDT, but that doesn't happen very often. And it's still sitting in USDT, right? So it's getting ready to come back in the market. Virtual Bacon explains, if you're still liquid and mentally sane, you're beating 90% of the market. I said, check. Okay, so like I said, this is the very difficult part. The mentally sane part is very difficult. One thing that I've said for a long time, one thing that can help you stay mentally sane is having some cash on the sidelines. Even if you never allocate it into crypto, having some cash on the sidelines can help you because you realize, well, if we take a big dip, I still have firepower. Now, is that the most optimized way of investing, having a bunch of cash on the sidelines? No. So it's a balancing act, right? You want some cash so that you can buy dips, but you don't want so much that you're missing out on a lot of upside. I honestly probably have too much cash right now. But I was also buying the market very heavy all 2022, all 2023, and part of 2024. I've been buying very heavily up until basically the halving event. So right now I'm just sitting waiting. And yeah, it does get a bit boring sometimes when the market goes sideways for a while, but I'm still mentally sane for sure and still liquid, right? You still have cash. You still are, you're still not making like stupid bets, going all in on meme coins, losing your crypto. And, just to hit on that for a second, I clicked on this because I was like, 13 people commented. It is literally all Virtual Bacon fake accounts. So be careful out there. And I know it sounds so obvious, but there are people still to this day that write me every couple days saying, is this you on Telegram that's talking to me? Is this you on Instagram? Is this you that wants to help me with trading? Or they're not even talking about me. They just say, hey, I just got scammed. There's someone that said that I should sign up for their account and deposit money there. And now they're saying that I have to deposit more money to get my money back. It's crazy. But it still happens. So be careful out there. One wrong button press, even if you're a seasoned veteran, one wrong button press, one lack of security, and you can lose 5, 6, 7, 8 figures in one go. So be careful. Now, let me know if you're liquid and mentally sane down below in the comments. I do think there are a lot of people leaving right now. I mean, I can see it, right? There are half as many views as there were a couple weeks ago in each video. So there are people leaving that are just not paying attention. And I hope that they're still invested, right? They're not, selling off all their holdings. But of course, the market could go down, right? We could be at the end of the bull run. You always have to price that in. I don't think that's the case, but it's always a possibility. But still, I think we're going to go up pretty significantly. I think there's going to be good news that comes out relatively soon. And the fact that Bitcoin's held around 100,000 for months, I think is a pretty good sign, right? We're still up substantially from where we have been. There's only been a few weeks in history where we've ever been higher than the price that we are right now. So I think, yeah, if you just take a long-term approach, you're probably going to stay invested and you're probably going to do quite well. But of course, alts are getting slapped around. So yeah, if you are heavy into altcoins, it might be a little bit more difficult. Just quick announcement here too. The Fold app is going to commence trading on the NASDAQ today. I have no affiliation with Fold, but they're another Bitcoin company. They hold 1,000 Bitcoin for their corporate treasury. I feel like I looked them up at one point to look at their financials. I feel like they had some document that showed kind of their growth over time, but I couldn't find it when I looked a few minutes ago. So I'm not going to be investing in this as of now. I think it's kind of hard sometimes when these companies come out because there's not a lot of good information on them. We don't have much of a track record. Usually it's more of a snapshot, but if I get some documentation and I can take a look at the business, maybe I will be buying into this Bitcoin company. A lot of these Bitcoin treasuries have done quite well, so it'll be interesting to see. I think it's one of those things where if Bitcoin does well, this company will do well. It's kind of just a bellwether for how the market's doing. Kind of like MicroStrategy, kind of like Coinbase, those types of companies. Let me know your thoughts, though, if you've checked them out or if you're buying them. Again, you can check out the links underneath the video to all the different crypto exchanges. They have different bonuses as well for using my links. I really appreciate it. Let me know your thoughts, and I'll see you all in the next one.